Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge.
Hard week behind me. It's been a tough week on so many levels. I'm feeling tired and emotionally drained. I have a son that is 10, and this week started with a drama involving him at the school he started on last August. He's very good at dancing and singing, so he decided to apply to school with a musical program. He loved this school and has been so happy, but he has only gone to it for 4 months and have been involved in 2 rather big incidents that has left a bad residue after them. And the last one was this last week. As a mother, I have tried to protect my children from harm. It's not possible to protect them from everything, so my son said something to a friend involving 3 other girls in their class. He was talking about how they dress, but it was interpreted otherwise, and it was delivered to the girls that ganged up on him and accused him of being a liar, and have made this week to a nightmare for the both of us. I realized, though, that Heavenly Father has prepared me for this. If I look back, I see His hand in so much of the things that are good in my life. And even though it has been a really tough week, and we're both mentally exhausted, I'm so grateful for the tools He has brought into my life in order to help everyone around me. Monday, I got an SOS from a friend. She asked me to come to give her treatment after work because she was in an emotional mess. So after work, I went home and packed my bag and went to my other work and found my colleague in tears. One of her friends had just lost her 20-year-old son, and she was sobbing so hard. I gave her CSC treatment and released some trapped emotions and used some essential oils for comfort and peace that she got to inhale during the treatment. I could see her entire system start to relax, and she was laying there saying, "Everyone should have their own of me for emergencies." And after that, I went home, and on my way home, I texted another friend who had been upset and wanted to talk that day. So she came over while I was making dinner for the boys and got a chance to talk and vent. She had to run an errand, and then she came back, and we sat on the sofa, and I just placed my hand on her knee, and she instantly told me that it felt so good. So I worked with her energy system and calmed it down. And then I went to my neighbor and drank a cup of tea and worked on her. And then home to my son and helped him fall asleep. And while he was sleeping, I released some trapped emotions. I've been releasing trapped emotions from him while he was sleeping all week. It's heartbreaking to find trapped emotions like betrayal, rejection, on edge, lack of control, frustration, dread, unsupported, conflict, horror, and bitterness in this 10-year-old body. Every morning he woke up and he pleaded with me not to make him go to school. And I put on a smiling face telling him he must since it's the law and he's not sick. And I walked him to the bus and waved as it left, slowly dying inside. Checking my phone all day thinking no text is good news. Keeping constant in touch with his school mentor and hoping each day will be a little better than the next. And still in my head plan for the worst and see if I need to change school for him. So many thoughts running through my head and the overflowing power of disempowerment. He's suffering so hard and I can't do anything to take that pain away. But it turned out I could do something. And he became calmer and not so terrified after I worked on letting go of trapped emotions. I told a colleague at work and he was curious about what it is that I do. He asked me to look at his energy field and I told him it is static and erratic and all over the place. And he laughed and told me it is exactly so, and he uses workouts to control it. I wish I could explain it in an easy way, but we were standing there on the schoolyard and I put my hand on his back and I just started to communicate with his energy system. And I could feel his system start to slow down and reorganize itself. He was like, "What are you doing?" If I hadn't tried this, I would never be able to understand, but I can feel a calmness in my body. He told me later that he had been talking to his friends about it and he was still baffled. I don't know what it is, but it has to do with energies and calming down the body. I see it like a knob in my head of each nervous system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, and I try to turn the sympathetic down from like a 10 to 0. And after that, I turn the parasympathetic up as high as I can to make the body calm, relaxed, yet focused, and help the organs to recharge. I've just followed the breadcrumbs He has thrown me through the years. One thing has led to another. It was actually the first steps that was the hardest to take to start on my path outside of my comfort zone. Now that I'm out of it, I might as well just continue on this path that is before me. I'm glad I can be of service and help the ones around me that are hurting. But all that I am because of Him. So I'm trying to do my best with this body that I get to borrow while I'm on this earth. I'm grateful for the talk in church today. And one of the talks talked about how wind and snow and rainstorms help to grow stronger roots. And I guess that is what the Lord is doing with us. He helps us grow strong roots. And we can either give up and fall over when the storm comes, or we can use it to plant our roots more firmly and deeper in the ground. And the ground is for me the gospel of Jesus Christ. So, how have your week been? Any storms in your life that makes your root grow stronger? I would love to hear from you. Be the light, share the light, spread the light, and shine.
This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.